right, fans of real music, welcome back. It is Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there and just like yours truly right here. Understanding Steve Perry fans, that is the topic of this particular video. As I truly try to grapple with this notion that Steve Perry is somehow like a second coming of something when he shows up, all right? Yesterday I kidded on Facebook, and some people didn't like it. I said, well, Jesus showed up on American Idol because people have God-like reactions. In other words, they look at Steve Perry as some type of God. And vocally, maybe he's a small G God, okay, in his prime. What I struggle with as I try to understand the fan base of Steve Perry is how one can kind of project what Steve Perry was to what he is now. Right now, he's a guy just enjoying life, just walking around, talking, conversing with a few people here and there, showing up, making the occasional appearance. Last year, it was the Hall of Fame. This year, it was American Idol, and it keeps his name going. Steve, I think, got new management at some time, at some point last year, I was told, and his new team might be saying, hey, you need to keep yourself out there. We want this catalog to sell. Coincidentally, all this happened right before Journey kicked off their summer tour. But trying to understand how people feel about Perry is what this video is about. And I understand the nostalgia. There's a comfort food level here. There's a camaraderie with the music. People tell me that the music is just essential to their life. I had one lady on Facebook say, oh, I would never buy anything that Journey created after Steve Perry left the group. And I was like, okay, have you heard this guy Arnell sing? Did you hear the Arrival album with Steve Augeri? I get it. You know, I surrender in a way, and I say, I understand. Like in Foreigner, to me, Lou Gramm will always be the best. I acknowledge, though, that Kelly Hansen can sing fairly well, and he's kept the band going. Do I like Kelly anywhere near the way I like Lou Gramm? No. And there are other examples of that I can give. But with Steve Perry, because he's been gone for 20 years, basically, and he shows up every so often, he kind of carries a certain aura around him that I don't even think he wants to carry around him. But I think, let's not be, what's the word I'm looking for? We shouldn't be naive about this. Perry knows the power that he has. I'm sure his management team knows the power that he has. One appearance on a show like American Idol can boost the sales of this download, which is the #1 download of all time, and quite frankly, a song I'm getting a little tired of between the book and it's a great song, but right now it's just being pounded into the ground. And Journey has this great catalog with Steve Perry. Okay, I'm not even talking about Arnell stuff or Augeri stuff. I'm talking about with Steve Perry. This band has an amazing catalog of songs, but yet we're focused on this one song, thanks maybe to a little bit to Jonathan Cain and his focus on this book and so forth, and The Sopranos, and now American Idol. This is all choreographed, and it's all done to just sell this brand and to continue to do so. But currently, the issue is the brand is being fronted by a guy who right now I think is like living in this guy's shadow. And the fact that he's been around now for over a decade, people should start to recognize how awesome that is and really show up for Arnell Pineda. That's a video I did yesterday. Today, I'm trying to understand Steve Perry fans. Comfort food, nostalgia, best singer of all time, not letting it go. No need to listen to anything else. I mean, all of these thoughts and things. I like to talk about new music. People hate to watch my videos when I talk about new music. They hate them. They don't watch them. I get 300 views. I promote a band from Sweden. Nobody cares. I talk about these guys, Escape, who are just, to me, they're like a poor man's Journey. You can't afford to go see Journey. Escape brings it. And they sound more like Journey at times than Journey does. Just throwing it out there. They're a great band. But, there's this blockage, there's this lock on reality, which I can't seem to break through with folks. And maybe it's not my job to do that. I'm just here to make commentary, observations. But I'm observing this music in real time, and I'm noticing that people are more obsessed with this man than maybe with the music he created, which I don't think is healthy. I'm just going to throw it out there. I could have said something stronger. I just don't think it's healthy. I think it's time to go and listen to some different music and to browse and just kind of enjoy your life and not be so just immersed in Steve Perry culture. Look, Elvis had quite a following. People couldn't deal with the fact that Elvis died. They couldn't deal with that. And there's a level of we can't deal with the fact that Steve Perry is not singing with Journey or solo anymore. We just can't deal with that. So with Steve still being here on planet Earth, it makes it even more bizarre the way people react when Steve shows up somewhere. It's cool that he showed up, okay? But again, the commentary to me just seems like it's way over the top and it's not healthy at times. And I appreciate Steve Perry fans. I've stuck up for Steve Perry all the time. I think his circumstance in Journey was bad, but I also think that eventually, using the horse analogy, you have to get back on the horse at a certain point. And you know what? You have to do it sacrificially, because the fans deserve it. The fans who love you so much, they deserve you getting back on the horse and riding, okay? And showing the fans that you truly do love them. Because throwing a bone here and there with a TV appearance and so forth, all it does is it keeps your name out there and it keeps the speculation and the curiosity going. And yes, Steve has a new management team, and I guarantee you that's probably part of this strategy. So I'm done here. I don't know if I understand Steve Perry fans any better. Of course, the conversation continues over on Twitter and Facebook. My name is Dave, and this is my channel. Please subscribe. Also, don't forget about Patreon. All right, it's just $1 a month. There's a little Patreon logo on the top of this page. Click on that. I'm only looking for $1. The reason I'm looking for $1 is revenue on this channel ebbs and flows, and it's hard to understand why sometimes, but in any event, I need your help, so I appreciate it. I appreciate all the folks that are subscribing, and thanks again. I'll talk to you soon, real soon.